Alright, reading number 4. The porcelain pipe. Coming under the category of clay pipes, the porcelain pipe exhibits qualities so particular as to place it in a class of its own, notably an account of its splitting or cracking on the first being smoked, especially if it has been packed to the brim of the bowl with tobacco that is too moist, or has been rammed too tightly. Porcelain requires the utmost care from the outset if it is to be seasoned properly. It must not be treated like a wooden pipe, but if from the start one is successful in seasoning it to a rich color, it will be found that this very fact it has become much less fragile and less liable to overheating. Overheating causes cracks to appear in the material, and through these the nicotine oozes to the despair and disgust of the smoker. It is, of course, well known that porcelain possesses the quality, in the present instance most inconvenient, of being an excellent conductor of heat, so that the outer enameled surface of the pipe is the same temperature as the inner surface against which the tobacco is burning. This extreme heat, it should be noted, almost always breaks the enameled surface into the network of tiny cracks. Moreover, sooner or later the novice is sure to burn his fingers. For this reason, some pipes have, at the base of the bowl, a knob. Kind of see the knob right there. Or protuberance as sort of an insulator, which we will illustrate in this page, and I just showed that, by which the smoker can grasp this pipe without burning himself. This knob or protuberance is not found exclusively in porcelain pipes, but on all clays, or pipes made of the same material that conducts heat too rapidly. The beard on Jacobs, for instance, is nothing but a protuberance of the nature and for this purpose. The shiny enamel with which the porcelain pipe is coated is not an integral part. It has no connection with the material and only serves to embellish the appearance of the pipe. Porcelain is a ceramic product of a very fine paste that is nothing but kaolin or china clay, the crude material in which is a decomposition of feldspar. A porcelain pipe is something like the gambler in its smoking. The general trend of the aroma becomes even opulent in a pipe that is mellowed thoroughly. We remember having the pipe of this sort, in the shape of the horseshoe, that possessed a certain savor that makes it all still matter of keen regret that it was broken through carelessness, especially as it was beginning to season beautifully. Unfortunately, the porcelain pipe is becoming an ever rarer commodity. In France and Germany, one can get as many pipes known as Alsatians as one likes, but attractive as they undoubtedly are to the eye, they have serious faults when it comes to smoking. The shape of the bowl, its lid, reminiscent of the nargile composition, shape, and arrangement of the stem. All these are most rational design. Too rational indeed for the system of the nicotinizing is hot, only logical, but actually over logical. Far from being as simple in principle as the Nargile or the Chibuk, the elacation has reached such a state of perfection as to be negative. The nicotine collects in quantity and exhales a fetid smell that neutralizes the natural fragrance of the smoke. This is because the method of construction in such as a hinder to normal absorption of the tobacco's moisture, which is instead collected in a sort of chamber pot which eventually has to be emptied of its unpleasant contents. This very ornamental pipe, one might almost call a spectacular, for some specimens are veritable monuments. Though God only knows to whom, it's occasionally made of wood, deer's hoof, etc. It is greatly esteemed among certain North European nations. It is usually a huge dimensions and holds a prodigious quantity of tobacco, sometimes as much as 2 ounces. So it may well be called, as some do call it, their kitchen. Needless to say, there are many types, each with some special point of its own, sufficient to add that the porcelain pipe should be in the battery of every true pipe smoker. There's the Altasian pipe, or Alstasian pipe. I know I'm saying it wrong. Let's see. I'm going to hold off there. The Meerschaum one is like 3 pages, and then we get into wood pipes. So, thanks YouTube. Please comment. Later.